Needles and gauges come in many different materials, anywhere from wood to bamboo to bone to even modern day plastics such as PVC, and even the gauges themselves, plastic. These are made out of plexiglass. Right? So, string material or cord material, it varies upon what you're trying to go for. But since we're going about traditional hoop net making, traditional materials were cotton, as well as natural cord. Right? Modernly, you use nylon, monofilament, Kevlar, etc., etc. However, for the sake of this, we're going to be using the traditional way, which is with this type of needle and these types of gauges. Now, since we're going to be making a hoop net sack, just a little smaller than usual, we're going to be using this size. Alright, now let me show you how to load the needle. Gonna grab your natural cord. Go over and under. Over and under. Over, under, over, under. Until you get the desired amount of cord on your needle. Just like that. And you don't need a lot, but it's good to have more than less. Better safe than sorry. I say that's about pretty good. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your scissors, snip, put this off to the side. There you go. Your needle is loaded. Now let's step into the next scene, how to get started on actually weaving it. All right, now let's get started. I'm going to show you the way I like doing it, which is one of the easiest ways. Yeah, you're going to grab your needle, take off some cord. Roughly, I like taking 2 feet out. You can do 1 foot if you want. Generally, I like doing 2 feet. Gonna go over. That. And you're gonna wanna, actually, let's do this. We're gonna measure 2 feet on here. And we're gonna grab our gauge, size this up just like that. I'm gonna do is the string on the left, have it pinched. I'm gonna tie a simple knot. Just like that. Put our gauge back, size it again. Just like this. Move the camera for you folks. And we're gonna grab some cord. We're gonna go over and under through. So over, like that. It can be tricky at first. Practice makes key. Over, come through the loop. Keeping tension here, and just pull. just like that. Now, put your gauge right where it's tied off right here. Gonna go under your gauge. Oops. Let's try that again. Like I said, you're gonna go over your gauge, through here, pull to get equal tension. Gonna go through the 2 threads here. So you went through, it's your first string, and here's your second one. Go through the 2, like that. Let some cord loose. You should have your hoop like this, and go through. And pull slowly until, show you that, until your knot locks right there. Gonna do it again. So far we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me get this done and I'll show you how many I've made. All right, we have exactly about 8, but let's double check. You're probably wondering, okay, well, how am I supposed to get this out? Easy. It's 2 ways. The easiest way is just pulling that. There you go. Let's forward for you folks just a little bit more. Too far. Uh-oh. There we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, have 9 instead. That's fine. I like doing even numbers, so let's do one more. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Now, we're gonna tie this off. And this is where the interesting part comes. This extra string you had right here that I made you do, you're gonna fold this with the 2 points already tied. And if they're a little off, it's fine. You know, practice me. Nobody's perfect. I still mess up on occasions. You're gonna grab that, and you can see you're basically already making a bag. What I like to do is show you, go under one loop, put this over, put one side under, try to get it as close as possible. Pinch it like that. Gonna make a simple loop through with the needle and the excess cord. Just slide it over. Making sure release hit a point just like that. Don't tighten it too hard, but just well enough. All right. Now we have the basic starting point. Believe it or not, this is actually the same way you can make a cast net, but we're making a hoop net in this case. All right, so now we have a little back portion. Now let's get started on the next row. Essentially what you did there is you made another loop to connect this and close it. Now, as I said before, let me just zoom in. There we go. That should be good enough. A little more here. There we are. We're gonna go where the knot is, put under, basically whack, put over, keeping that equal tension on both sides. Because remember, you have this extra string here. You're gonna go under, over, pull it where it's taut enough. If you have a little bit of slack, it's okay. What you can do is you can just pull it to the side just a tad bit, locks up like this. Same thing, over, under, and tighten. Do it again. Next loop. Again. And again. So what you see me doing there is I'm going over the gauge, under, into the bottom, going through, putting my finger there to keep tension, going under, through the loop, and pulling it. Just give me a little tug so the knot snaps into place. Now over time it does become a little uncomfortable for some people if they have this all full of your knots. So remove it. It's as simple as going like that, going over to your other side, like this, like that. Next one. Like that. Next one. Move. Next one. Move. Just casually checking. Now we have one more loop here, then we're going to do the same thing and tie it off again. So we're going to go over, that. Now we're left off with our tying point. Do the same thing. Just move the camera back a little bit. Through one, like that. Pinch, away, make a loop, needle, string. And you're going to want to continue this until you have a fairly sized little bag. Now, since we're barely on, about to do row 3, we're going to add what they call expanding. We're going to expand, basically. We're going to expand. That's what we're shooting for. It's pretty easy. Just trying to get the right angle is tricky with this camera. Again, like that. Gonna go over. Make a loop. Like that. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, but just follow along. You guys will get it. Alright, now you made that one. Now you made your second loop, right? There you go. 1 knot, 2 knot. Now here's where it gets very interesting. You're gonna go through the same one that you already tied your knot again. Pinch. And just do another loop. Essentially creating 2 like that. Now we're gonna start doing this again. Like that. Bring it through the same area. Like this. There's another, and keep going. Do it again. Just like that. Now, I'm going to fast forward this part because it does take a while until we reach the other tying point. Size it up. Same thing. Through with the needle. And then the excess cord. Tie a simple knot, loop knot. There we go. Now you can see it's already starting to take shape. Looks like a spider's web. Now, you see that excess cord on the side helps close everything off. That's a very important thing. Some don't like doing the excess string on the side to make it easier to close this off. Others just like this, not go through, do it again. But this way, it's a lot easier. It's always, for me, it's always guaranteed to close it off. Now, those little extra loops that we did, gonna go ahead and lock those in as soon as I get this next loop in. Alright. Some go that way. I like going from behind. Like that. Go to your next loop and repeat what we did earlier. Tie it behind, through, go to the next loop, through, go from behind, camera back a little more for you guys. Okay. Let's snap to the next one. Same thing. Oop, sorry about that. Same thing with the next. And just keep going until we reach the same initial tie-off point. Now, as you gradually go, your needle will lose its thread. Right? Like you just saw it happen. But as soon as we're getting close to running out of it, I'm going to show you a simple trick in order to add more thread without having to start over your whole project. Alright, so where we last had our string, I already filled up my needle. That's why it's good to have two of them ready. Because if you're going to continue making a project, like the bag itself, having two is always better because you can quickly just go in there, tie your knot, and continue on weaving. So, right where this knot is, to add more cord to this, you're going to go through here. Like that. Pinch. And do our regular knot. Again. Doing it once is enough, but if you're afraid it might come loose, do it again. Just like that. Now, just sniff both cords just a little short, not too short. It's fine if there's excess, doesn't matter. Like that. And continue weaving on. Since we added the like I showed you here, the expansions, now essentially your net is going to go from a little to wider. You can see that. See how it's a little more wider now? You can continue on with that for a good amount of time. Then, but at a certain point, you're going to want to add those rows again to expand it even further, so it fits around your hoop. So, for this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat the same thing we did up here for one row. And then we're just going to weave normal. Alright, so this is what we have so far. Now the best way to do this is you start off with a normal row, then you do a row with the expanders, normal row, expanders, normal row, expanders, normal row. And you'll have your sack eventually. Now, we've gone to so far as this stage. Now I'm gonna do a foot or two of this, and we'll jump back to what we have so far. Hang tight. Alright, so this is what I've done so far. Take out a tape measure and measure this real quick. So far, I have done exactly about 14 inches in weaving. Just a little over a foot. Now, you don't have to do 1 foot. You can do 2 feet, 3 feet, even 4 feet. Everybody's preference is just a little bit different. Alright, so now we have our net bag. What I went ahead and did was snip where the string connects. And we're going to close off the bottom where you had the anchoring point. You guys see that a little better? At the anchoring point, you're going to tie a piece of thread and you're going to feed it through. Take your time doing it. There's no need to rush this part. And all you're gonna do is tie a simple square knot. Just like that. I do 2 more ties just to keep it secure. Then I like to do this. Just simple like that. Snip it. Give some length. Snip it off. Essentially, we have that. I like turning mine inside out. Just kind of working this around a little bit, like that. Give you guys a better view of what I'm doing. There we go. So I'm just working around, giving a couple tugs like that. Alright, so now that we have our bag, we're gonna grab our hoop here and we're gonna attach it. Tie your knot here. That's where you're gonna start it. Alright, so now let's connect the mesh to the hoop. So, simple square knot here. Just tie it around, tie it once. I'm gonna grab where I last tied off my mesh, which was exactly right here. This is where we connect the meshing to make the bag, just like I showed you earlier in the video. So, I'm gonna hold our mesh like that. And we're gonna go in the hoop, through the mesh, just like that. Go to our next one, in the hoop, through the mesh, pull, we're going to repeat that until we completely covered our hoop with the mesh. Okay, now we reached the end part of our net. We're gonna go ahead and wrap those last loops in. Remember, don't do this too snug and don't do this too loose. You wanna get the tension just right. And as you can see at the end of the video, I do go ahead and end up wrapping the cord near where the X is on one of the branches just to keep it secure. You can use different kinds of knots, but me, I like using a simple knotting system.